Highland Spy. Highland Mates. By Aileen Adam.
Chapter 1. Murky rays of light filtered into the dreary interior of the blethering bowman. The sunbeams highlighted the motes of dust that floated amidst the tabletops, and illuminated the wear and tear that was so often obscured under cover of night. While usually filled with patrons after dark, mid-morning at the tavern was far from lively. Only a handful of men took up residence in the quiet, lonely corners, most hiding their faces either from their fellows or from the rising sun. For many, it was both. Tucked in the deepest shadows of the common area, one such man swirled his tankard in his hand, allowing the meagre dregs to splash up against its pewter sides. The stale ale was left over from the night before, the bartender too lazy or perhaps just unwilling to open a fresh cask so early in the day. Even now, the burly proprietor stood in silent vigil behind the bar, eyeing his guests as if any of them might be more trouble than their meagre tips were worth. Aiden gave up actually nursing the mug soon after tasting the bitter contents, and now his musculature tensed against his light leathers as he shifted in his seat, uncomfortably warm in the heavy woolen cloak he wore to obscure his features. Forcing himself to relax his grip on the mug, he passed one calloused hand through his warm brown hair. He'd clipped it recently to further distinguish himself from his brother, who wore his hair very long and tied back in a handsome braid or tail. Streaked with auburn highlights, it was shorter, but not shorn close against his scalp as some of his fellow clansmen were fond of doing. He may have wanted a different look to accompany his new position, but he was too vain to rid himself of his hair completely. Aiden wasn't on clan business now, however. This was personal, as much as he hated to admit it. He used to love his outings into Auburn, but now his visits left the ashen taste of regret in his mouth. He was here not as a free man, not as the brother of a kind and just laird, but as a prisoner. As a traitor to his own kin. As a spy of all things for the English. A bitter taste settled into his mouth. He glared into the depths of his tankard. He knew he was a lot of things, and most were far from perfect. He was used to coming in second, but never had he felt so bested, so broken as he had in the last few weeks. He struck when he should have stayed his hand, killing a man he should never have attacked, and now he was trapped, his rash behavior getting the best of him at last. He'd been a wanted man, until he was given a cursed alternative by the devil incarnate. A flood of light spilled into the tavern as the front doors pulled open. As though summoned, the contact Aiden had been waiting for strode through.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?